let's talk about the next step, which would be, how do you order that custom die? How do you order that for us to make it for you?
So you've already ordered the die that is getting processed, right? And now it's ready for your album. So what you're gonna do is we're gonna go back to our home page here. And when you're ready to place your album order online, again, you're still gonna go to that albums and books section, you're gonna click on albums, and boom, right here, that big blue order now button. This is where you're gonna get started. You can make sure that you select the size album that you wanna order. Once you're in the actual builder here, it's going to still show you all of the different options that we've already talked about today. So you'll see all of your cover options here. You can see your materials. So we kind of talked about this as well. Robert mentioned certain materials may have different options for the custom debossing, but just go ahead and make sure that you select whatever you'd like to order for your album. And down at the bottom here, so if we scroll down, you're gonna see your debossing options. So the top portion here is just our standard debossing. Down below, this is where your custom debossing comes into play.
So Catherine, sorry to interrupt you, but then someone could just do some standard debossing on the front, right? And then a name or date or whatever, and then also use a custom die on the end leaf or the back cover or whatever.
Yes, you can mix and match. So let's say you want to have just some simple basic text on the front. You can add, your client's name. Let's just say John Smith. And then if you also want to make sure that you're selecting your location, so it's going to show you right now we're center, you can do the lower center, lower right. You've got all of those same location options, and then you've got the font options as well. And then if we scroll down, you'll see your colors as well. So you can do black, white, we've got our blind debossing, some foil options for different materials. And then down at the bottom here, if you still want to add that custom die, so let's say we've made our logo for our team here, you can select the back custom die. We've got just the lower center option, and then here are those two die types that we've talked about. So the multi-use, which is, maybe your logo, and then the single use is if you've got like those names or something a little bit more just for one-time use. For this one, we'll just use our custom die, and this is gonna be what we've already got in file. So you won't see an actual preview of it. It's the only thing. You'll just have it selected, but you won't see a preview for it because we'll have it in-house here.
So you will see the preview of the font and everything that you choose for standard debossing.
Yes.
You'll select and the details and what's available, which is kind of cool. And if you hover over, if something is not available, a cover, a color or something like that, it will not be available to you.
Right.
Like it won't let you select it if you can't actually do it. And then you're gonna just click what you need to click, and it won't preview it. It's just gonna, we already know by that, it's gonna go on the back lower cover and it's a done deal.
Perfect, yep.
So if you roll down to the bottom of that, is there, oh no, you know what, it's gonna happen when you review this order, you're still gonna have a place for special instructions.
Exactly.
So let's say you did wanna, and we'll show you what it looks like to deboss on the inside end leaf.
Yes.
And suppose you wanted to do that along with, your standard, and maybe you've got your logo on the back, but you want to do something on the interior, and this is only going to work with these custom dies to do the interior end leaf. The reason being that this is a die that we can stamp in.
Yep.
Right? And so we can do that on the end leaf, inside end leaf. That's what this means. As soon as you open or close, those are the end leaves, and you can stamp in there. For these then, in the special instructions, not the studio reference, but the special instructions area in checkout, you're just gonna tell us where you want this.
Exactly. You're gonna tell us exactly where you want it in the inside, on the front, or on the back, like Robert said, and then just your location on the inside. So do you want it in the center? Do you want it in the lower center? Just let us know that information in the special instructions.
Really flexible, so kind of nice. So that's basically it. You have ordered. You've already sent us your order. The dies are created. You've ordered an album, and you've added your custom die to it, and maybe even mix that in with standard deboss.
Thank you for joining White House Custom Color on YouTube. Make sure and check out the information below and click here to subscribe.